Dynasty. The Dynasty.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome in. I'm letting everybody come on in. Hope you're doing well. Set my mic up. Shouldn't be too bad, I guess. We'll work with it. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing good. Welcome in. And we're gonna talk about something. Y'all see the title? Y'all see the thumbnail? I did it. Yes, we're talking about it. Damn it. So before we get into it, I definitely want to do a few do a few YouTube things. Gamers Paradise 7 is out. What else? Yeah, Gamers Paradise 7 is out. So if y'all haven't got that yet, it's a free download for on Bandcamp currently right now. Y'all go do that, go check it out. And yeah, I'm still kind of shocked that we hit 1 million total views on this channel. I'm excited about it, and I'm happy about it. And I did say I was going to be working on some more content, and I definitely want to have more discussions like this. But like I said, we're going to keep it gaming related, and the reason being is because I just want to keep it that way. I don't want to go off the deep end with it. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me make this clear, okay, that I'm going to be talking about this on my shit. So I'm just going to try to keep going with my points and stuff like that. I'm going to do my best to not stop. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm ignoring y'all, but I feel like this has got to be talked about. You understand? So I will have a section for people that want to talk and add to the comments via or even if you want to talk on Discord. So let me make my points, and I will definitely break where needed. You feel me? So if I don't answer you directly, I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I just want to make a point. Anansi, how are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. You came in at the right time. I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor. Drop that like if you can. Drop a like, drop a share. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment. Let me know you're in here, and we gonna get it going. We're gonna talk about it. I do my thing, I shall. All right, let's do it. So we've heard about it ad nauseum. We've talked about it, and it's seemingly ad nauseum because you can't seem to escape it. Like, we always hear about this diversity. We need to have diversity in gaming. We need to have inclusion in gaming, right? And I hate to sound like that guy, but it's really getting old. It's really getting old. You feel me? It's really getting. I'm over it, right? It's done. We're beating a dead horse at this point. Now, I gotta make this clear. I have to make this clear that I am not against us being better as black people, being better in gaming, or having a more prominent voice in gaming, right? I'm not against that at all. Okay, I'm actually for it. And if anybody has talked to me at any length of time, you'll know this, that I am about supporting people who are trying to get out there. I'm all for that because I'm doing the same myself. So I understand and I respect the grind, and I respect the work that you put out, as long as it's good. Okay, get back into that in a second. So I'm saying this, and I'm putting this up front because I want people to understand that it's not what you think it is. So what I'm saying is not coming from a place of, oh, I don't want to see it, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. I do care, but there's a bigger issue at play with this, right? So I'm over this idea. It's being talked about now. It's getting to the point where it's being put in all of these panels, these Comic-Con panels. It's in these E3 had it last year. It's everywhere, and it's honestly rather annoying because the real folks already know better, right? They keep saying that, oh well, we need to have more this, we need to have more that, we need to have more black people, we need to have more Latino voices, we need to have all of these voices. Okay, and that's great. I can attest to it. But there's a bigger problem. It's one thing when it's done right. It's another thing when it's forced. The problem is we're having a lot of the latter going around. A lot of it's being forced. A lot of it is take We're changing up this character, this beloved character that you knew, and we're fixing it for modern day audiences. And we've heard that excuse before. We've heard it before. Right? We've heard it. And on the surface, and I've said this plenty of times, but I'll say it again here, it bears repeating, that on the surface it sounds great. On the surface it does sound okay. Some things do need to change, maybe, for the most part. On the surface, on the surface level, we'll be like, all right, cool. Certain things do need to change. It's nothing wrong with that. I fucks with that. Cool. All right, bet. But when you take a character and shoehorn it in for the sake of a diversity checkbox, because we have to make sure these people are being properly represented. And notice where I put the air quotes for those that's listening. I put the air quotes over properly. Making sure people are properly represented. First of all, who are you to determine? Who's the determining factor of what's proper representation or not? That's what I want to know. That's big question number one, right? Who's the determining factor of that? 2, why should I care? And I know that sounds like fucked up to somebody, but at this point, we have to ask this question. Why should I care? Because the point of the game is to enjoy the game, right? You're supposed to enjoy. The game is meant to be enjoyed. It is entertainment. It's supposed to be enjoyed. And I've noticed this a lot with a lot of entertainment as of late, that the entertainment has shifted to the point where if you don't say the things that I want you to say, you are problematic, right? All by the same thing. All by the same thing. Lighthouse, welcome in. I'll see you. I got you in a second. All by the same thing. The same people that say, oh, we need diversity. Now, once again, on the surface, that sounds understandable. I can fuck with that on the surface, but the problem is when you do a deep dive into it, there's something more sinister at play. It becomes more, it's not about control, it's more about control than it is giving people a chance, a fair shot. You understand? And in Lighthouse, I see your comment, and you make a great point. It is about, I prefer meritocracy over basically being picked because I'm black, right? I don't want to be a diversity hire. If somebody were to hire me, if a game company hires me, I'll be happy as shit, first of all. But if I find out that, oh, I'm just a diversity hire, that means that means to them, they don't see me as anything but the color of my skin. You feel me? And even then, I don't necessarily agree with what the status quo is. So that makes it even worse for me. And for those that stuck around me long enough, you know what I'm talking about. When the zombie kill situation popped off, I had people come against me because of that shit. And even prior to that shit, I've had people come against me because I spoke up and I didn't agree with this whole status quo of we need to have more black people in gaming. You know what I'm saying? And that's great. We do. We could use more black people in gaming. But the biggest problem, this is why a lot of it's not working, right? The reason why we're not having a lot of it's not working is because first off, it's because it's being forced. That's number one. That's the big problem. It's being forced. Little Fox, welcome back. Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. And you're right. You're right. Right? That's problem number one. Problem number two, and I want to kind of shoehorn this in with or segue this in with esports, because y'all know I like esports. The reason why, especially when I've heard people say we need to see more black people in esports, the reason why is not because there's people on the outside not letting us in. There's a problem within our own community. This is relatively new to us. I mean, not gaming part, but competitive gaming. Folks are still getting talked about to this day because they choose to game professionally. You understand? Folks are talking to this day about somebody being nerdy, okay? And it's gotten to the point where they even switched up. They try to switch it up and say, oh, these nerds are the ones that we don't like. These people that are gatekeeping. These nerds are the ones gatekeeping. These nerds are this. These nerds are that. These nerds are the ones that are rooted in white supremacy, which is a crock of bullshit. We're not going to go there. I'm not going to go there right now. Right? And that's the biggest issue, is our own self, that especially within the black community. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. The biggest issue is not the white supremacists, but it's more so our own people, right? The reason why you don't see a lot of black people in esports, especially in the top tier esports, is because they don't put in the work. I'm sorry, I'm just putting it like it is. There's a lot of people out there, myself included, that do a solid job but get overlooked because we don't have the right voice. And if you notice the people that are crying about diversity, the niggas that are crying about diversity, and I'm saying it just like that because they're ignorant, are the ones that you won't see them in any leaderboard. You won't see them in any leaderboard. You won't see them in no top 10, top 100, top 1,000, nothing. I don't make the rules. I'm just going by observation here, okay? I know some of y'all probably like, what the fuck? Bro, first off, I don't give a shit. Secondly, this is what I'm seeing. I'm noticing this, and I'm not the only one that's noticed this. The people that are crying so hard about we need diversity in gaming, we need to see more women, we need to see more Latinos, we need to see more black people in gaming, where the fuck are they at in the leaderboards? Watch them stream. Watch them stream a game. Watch them stream on Twitch. They are casual at best. And I know that sounds harsh to somebody. Don't care, because it's facts. Now, there's a difference between somebody that's actually pushing to make it up there, and there's a difference between that, and there's a difference between people just crying and complaining. And right now, what we're seeing is a lot of crying and complaining. Literally what we're seeing. Oh, I need to see, oh, we're being attacked, I'm being harassed, I'm hopping on this game, I want to play the game. Every time I play the video game, I have to put myself on mute because I don't want them to think, because I'm a girl, that they're gonna I don't want them to think that because they're picking on me, they're doing all of this.
Shut up! Silence! Enough! I'm tired of this motherfucker!
That's how I feel right now. Literally. A lot of y'all do that shit. And like I said, I can name drop if I want to because it's too fucking easy to do. I see it all the time. And it's, quite frankly, for my own people, it's really getting annoying. It really is. Not gonna lie to you, dog. Shit's fuck. I've had it up to here. Especially if you're playing a competitive ass game. You're playing Apex. You're playing Call of Duty. You're playing League of Legends. You're playing anything from the FGC. My nigga, you are going to get people that are going to compete. When you're competitive, here's the thing about competitive gaming, right? And I'm going to segue into this, right? About the thing about competitive gaming, and this is why it gets so dangerous. Because when you get competitive, pretty much nothing is, the bottom line is a win. Pretty much, as long as you're not blatantly cheating in the game, as long as you're not using wall hacks, you're not using you're boosting you're I can't talk, basically breaking the game. So if, like, for example, to boost your gold rate, like say you're playing a game of League of Legends and the rate of gold you get is, for example, I'm just gonna say you're getting 100, you're getting 5 gold a second, right? And you put in a code to where you're getting 10-20 gold a second. That's cheating. You're fucking with the game flow because that's part of the game balance, right? You're using wall hacks. That's cheating. In a competitive setting, that's cheating. Now, what you do offline, that's your business. If you play with game trainers or whatever the fuck offline, that's your business. That's your choice. But we're talking competitively. And there are certain things that are put in place to keep the competitive flow. And when you break the overall competitive flow against what's intended, and I'm talking about in terms of wall hacks, cheating, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about finding a strategy that actually works or finding an underused strategy. That's different. I'm talking about literal cheating. Using unlicensed third-party software while you're playing online. That's cheating. But unless you're doing that, free game. Oh, well, they said this to me. They said, so the fuck what? I can't tell you how many times I've been called the N-word playing Call of Duty, and most of y'all would not survive a Call of Duty lobby. I really wish that y'all were alive back in the day. Some of y'all that's complaining, y'all never picked up a controller back when we had Call of Duty Modern Warfare days. And it's evident, it shows, because I can sit up here and talk shit to you and you would shit your pants. You would go cry. I can't believe he said that to me. And what's happening is you got a lot of people that are calling for this, especially in a competitive setting. You're basically, and there's no safe way to put this, you're basically pussifying the players. A bunch of sensitive ass people that are literally, that can barely play the game. I'm sorry, when I grew up in an era where we was talking shit, bro. Now, of course, there was times where we would take it too far, but guess what? You handled your shit. You handled your shit. If somebody's crossing the line with you, you step to them and say, hey, look, bro, I don't appreciate that shit. But then again, like I said, this was face-to-face shit. Now with the shift to online, you got people that are literally doing the same shit, but hey, they can hide behind a mask and say the shit, and you can't do much. So what do? You basically grow a pair. I tell niggas this: if you want to talk all that shit, then run it. Majority of them run from it. They don't accept the challenge. That means they ain't about shit. But when it comes down to having this diversity and all of this shit, that's what's stopping us right now. We need to have a backbone. As black folks, have a fucking backbone, right? And the reason why I use that thumbnail is because what happens when you have these diversity, everybody's doing this diversity shit, throwing in diversity all the time. What we need, this game, we're changing up the story to fit modern day audiences. What happens? Because if you think about it, a lot of these game series that are being updated for modern audiences, there's a gap between, a year's gap between these games. So while they're waiting and they're hearing about, oh, we're remaking this game, people that are new to the series are like, okay, well, what is this? What is this character about? They end up liking the series, right? They like the series, they end up falling in love with the series because, hey, yo, this series is actually pretty good. This character is funny, this character is stupid, or this character is hilarious, or whatever the fuck. But yo, this game is dope. And then the remake comes out, fit for modern day audiences, and it sucks the soul out of what made the character great. Because it's supposed to fit diversity, or they changed the character that was a canonically white, they changed him to make him black because we need more black representation. And then they turn around and wonder why the game tanks. The game doesn't sell well because it's not what they expected. People are saying, well, these people, they're racist. And you got to pay attention to this. Watch this. Anytime, this is how I know people are fucked. These people that are these diversity folks, they're fucked because every time you don't agree with them, the first thing they call you, racist. If you're white, you're racist. If you're black, you're a coon, tap dancer. Or you don't care about black people. You shucking and jiving for the white man, white supremacy. You are a victim of, you have a trait of white supremacy in you. That ain't a crock of bullshit. I don't know what is. I'm saying, bro. Look at how they act when you disagree with them. Because nobody, and we can all agree, we don't mind. We don't mind having diversity in games. We don't mind having, we would love to see more black stories. We would. I wouldn't mind it. I would love it. But would the game be good? And I don't want to be preached to either. That's the other thing. Because I'll take Battletoads, for example. That's the point, Anansi. It doesn't make sense, right? Take the new Battletoads, right? If you look at how Battletoads used to look and now, big difference. They changed the art for modern audiences. Bro, the new art design is trash. To this day, I will not play that game. I will not play it. Now, is it a little bit petty? To some, it might be petty, but to me, I'm not touching that game. I'm not touching it. And then come to find out they're sitting there shoehorning stuff into where, oh well, we're the new people. Move on. And and that's the biggest issue with these diversity people, is that they forget what makes the game great. The biggest problem, this is why I know that these diversity folks don't game, because if they did, if they had any ounce of respect for the games that they remake, they wouldn't be doing some of the shit that they pull. And that's on facts. Just as an example, why the fuck would you take Kratos from God of War and take the blood and violence out? I'm not saying this is a thing. I'm just using this as an example. Why the fuck, you know God of War, you know Kratos, you know his story. Why would you change it unnecessarily? Now, I'm not saying the new God of War is bad. I'm just saying as an example, why would you do that? Miss K, how are you? Yes, pandering indeed. Exactly. Why? And the funny thing is, the people you're pandering to, right? That's the part that kills me, is the people that you're pandering to are people that are casual at best, that do not know anything about the game series itself. And we've seen this before, from Anita Sarkeesians to fucking some of the people on Black Streamer Twitter. Niggas ain't never played a motherfucking fighting game before, but you want to sit up here mad at Mortal Kombat, for example, because Katana and Melina look the way they do. Look at the people they cater to, because we want to get more people in, we want to get more money. That's fine, but guess what? That money isn't gonna last long, because them motherfuckers, like I said, are casual at best. They will drop your game within the first 6 months. And I say this all the time, the goal of creating something is to attract people, but you want to create lasting impressions. You want people that's going to stand behind your brand. You want hardcore, you want to funnel. The idea is to funnel, and that's the part they're missing, is they're trying to cater to people who don't care about gaming like that. 1, 2, don't even have the funds like that. Let's be real. Let's be honest here. Most of these blue-haired fucking reeing individuals ain't got no money. They barely struggling right now. Most of them live in California. Shit's fucking high as fuck. How the hell you got money to play a goddamn video game, bruh? Barely got money to play that. You over here waiting to get the game on fucking sale. You over here crying to these companies. You gotta cry. That's the other thing that gets me. Crying to these companies for what? I love social media. I love how, you can connect more with other people, and hell, you can even connect with companies. We've seen plenty of people get hired because they love a game so much. Once again, big example that comes to mind is Christian Whitehead, who made the Sonic ROM hacks and was basically ends up making Sonic Mania. You love to see it. But I guarantee you that motherfucker didn't cry to fucking Sega. Oh my God, Sega, I didn't. We need more of this. We need more. He did something about it, and that's the point. That's what we need to do. Understand, is there is a point that you're funneling to the wrong people. The people that don't care to buy your game are the people that you're catering to. Like I said, give it 6 months. Them motherfuckers will not buy another game from you. They'll move on to the next one. Oh, when's the next game coming out? Okay, this game was good. When's the next one coming out? Not knowing that making games often takes years. Like I said, these people are casual at best. You don't see them on the leaderboards. And like I said, that's the problem, especially with us as black people. We hold our own selves back. We do. It is new to us. This is the reason why you won't see a lot of black people right now in top positions in esports, is because a lot of them are, like I said, a lot of people they're still listening to these trolls that are, oh well, Black folks don't belong in game. You over here arguing with a faceless troll, and they're doing it to get in your head, and they know it's gonna work. It does it every time. They do it every time. It works like clockwork every time. How many times have I seen a video? I've seen a video on Twitter too many times. Somebody playing Valorant or some shooter game, some girl playing something like that, and she's just sitting there taking the abuse from her teammates. Teammates verbally abusing her, and she's just sitting there taking it. I'm recording it, guys. Just letting you know I'm recording. Stand up for yourself. Move on. Guys, see, this is what we're talking about. We need more women in gaming. We need more black people in gaming, because these people are out here. These people are dead. Shut up. Play the damn game. You doing all that shit talking and you getting carried. Guys, I can't believe they're talking all this shit. Well, you know you have a 0.53 KDA and you want to sit up here and talk about racism in gaming. Crying to these companies to give you, to make them give you free shit, and you still suck. You have all this, you have this dope ass setup that was given to you by a company to appease you, and you still suck at the game. Make that make sense. I said what I said. Somebody's gonna be mad at me, but I don't care. Somebody that's not high on the leaderboards is going to be upset that I'm talking about them, and I don't care. Like that meme says, we do not care. I don't care. The object of the game is to get good. And like I said, I'm not gonna sit up here and say it's okay to be toxic, because it's not that. Like for example, League of Legends is very difficult to climb, because you do have to worry about, as a team game, you have to worry about toxicity from your own teammates, and that's with any team game. That's always a hard thing to deal with, and especially so I think with a big game like League of Legends. That's just my personal opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? It's different when it's a 1v1 fighting game. You know what I'm saying? That's easier to manage. You can tell them either to play me or shut the fuck up and keep it moving. You can stomp them. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, hey, take it as a learning lesson, move on. But when you're playing with a team and you got people that want to willingly throw the game, it's hard. I get it. I understand. However, to force the diversity is where you're going to end up killing your game. You're going to end up killing your game, and the only thing that will probably save you is people buying the old versions of games of your series, and that's not what you want. And here we are grinding to get our shit and have the paper stuff as a gamer should. Yeah, you know what? And I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Let me kind of sidetrack here, Miss K. Like, if a company wants to give me something, I'm not gonna turn down a blessing. You feel me? I'm not gonna say no. Unless they want me to do some stupid ass bullshit, then of course I'm saying no. But if I get sponsored by a company, right? It's an honor. I take that as, I wear that as a badge of honor. You feel me? But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to demand, and this is where they fuck up, is they demand that you give them something. They demand that you give them something because they are black and they are a gamer. Like I said, you got to be checked. If you're gonna call yourself a gamer, we checking you around here. Okay? It's like going to the hood, okay? If you lived in the hood, anybody that lived in the hood for any period of time, or if you've been around the hood, if you even like somewhere around black folks, y'all know how we do. Where you from? Oh, you doing this? Where you from? What you doing? Oh, you live here? Where your mom at? Who your mom and them? We gonna have to start checking folks around here, bro. And I'm not dissing on casuals, because I gotta make that clear too. Nothing wrong with being a casual, because I'm a casual in a lot of games, but I play my games. That's the point. I'm a casual in 2K. Sure am a casual. You will not see me. I feel you. I don't agree with being yeah, exactly. It's not right. I agree. I'm not hating on casuals either. I gotta make that clear. So if you're a casual gamer, cool. G checking in the live stream. Saying, dog, that's the way I feel about it. We're gonna have to start G checking some of these folks. Miss K, look, me and Miss K gonna have to roll around, these gaming streets. Miss K's gonna be the enforcer. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have the thing on her hip. You feel me? And I'm gonna be like, hey, look, oh, you gaming? What games you play? What's your gamer score? What's your rank, dog? Oh, you play competitive? Oh, you want to play competitive? What's your rank looking like? Just saying, bro. We got to start doing that. That'll stop a whole lot of the fuckery, if you ask me. Look, like, oh, you want to act up? Miss K, get him. Miss K, get him. Click clack. I'm joking, y'all. But that, like I said, that's my thing, man. I'm over it. Like, I really, like I said before, I have no problem with diversity, but I am over this forced shit. Don't force it. Don't force it. And a lot of these people that are crying about that, you know what? These people that cry about diversity and inclusion, you know what I kind of liken them to? For those that got kids, right? Most of y'all got kids most people that I know of got kids, right? So you ever have that one kid, or y'all worked with kids and y'all seen that one kid that's always just like yelling and screaming to get your attention? You know that one kid that's like, hey, look at me, look at me. That was like that one little kid. Y'all ever seen that? Like, I know some of y'all got kids. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That one child that just sit up there, just does the most random shit for just because he knows that he's gonna get that attention. He knows it. That's what some of y'all diversity people sound like. We need diversity in our games. We are tired of these games rooted in white supremacy. How do you? First of all, what KKK member is playing a goddamn video game? Little Timmy, exactly. What KKK member, Grand Poobah, Grand Wizard, whatever the fuck his name is, whatever title he got? First of all, how do you know which one of them are playing video games? That's one. Two, what makes you think they're gonna listen to your dumb ass? He needs some milk. Y'all wildin'. Not David, that's for sure. Not David, dude. Exactly. That's the thing. Y'all sit up here and make these fallacies, and like I said, watch how they act when you disagree with them. Watch how they act. You're racist. Oh, if you don't like what I say, then you're racist. They automatically go for the inflammatory shit. If you don't like what I say, then this. If you don't agree, then you're something that I made up. If you're black and you don't agree, then you're a tap dancing coon. Or you hate black people. Fucking stupid people. Like, and these are the people that are supposedly gamers. Y'all can suck it. You don't care. I said what I said, bro. I said what the fuck I said. I'm over it, bro. Like, and like I said, it's not a problem. You understand? It's not a problem. It's definitely not a problem. I don't agree with them all, and I'm black. That's what I'm saying. You get called everything but a child of God. That's the part that gets me. That's the part that bothers me to the nth degree, especially when it comes from your own people. I've gotten more flack, okay, from my own people, okay. I've gotten kicked out because of the zombie kill situation. For example, I got kicked out of a group because I was degrading black women, right? I got kicked out of a group because I was degrading black women. Okay. The same people in that group interviewed Zombie Kills. Okay. Put on an interview shortly after me getting kicked out of that group. Okay. And then fast forward some months later, the same woman that we were been telling people about that, hey, she's up to no good in the gaming sphere, gets caught being racist herself, gets caught talking to these white people, talking about, oh well, these black people, da 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 da, basically pulling up the ladder for herself, being selfish. The same thing we were accused of, I was being accused of. But y'all literally backed somebody who was harassing me, Gothics, other streamers, charging them unseemly amounts of money because they made a video talking about you. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Charge them up, sis. Y'all shout from the rooftops as you snap your fingers. But then you turn around to your dismay and your shock to find out that that same person that we talked about, that we've mentioned and say, hey, look, she's not up to any good, got caught out. And now y'all quiet as church mice. Y'all quiet. But we're wrong for saying something. Fuck that. And you call yourself a real one, talking about this is what we're not gonna do. Oh, I saw the video. I just haven't responded to it yet. I got a feeling it's still up. That you did the video of me talking about the whole Nay Saga situation, and yeah. But hey, all right. Y'all mad about fucking having jokes and shit. Y'all can't take jokes. What's wrong with y'all niggas? Oh, there goes my stream. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. I spoke about clout in my last stream last night. Well, I said what I said I meant to. Yeah, I missed that. I missed that stream. And Miss K, you talked about that before. Yeah. Nothing wrong with getting clout. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with having clout. I'll tell you that right now. Nothing wrong with it. It's what you do with it and what you do to try to get it. Some of y'all will undercut your own mama to get clout. But it's okay to call a man an abuser and having no evidence, mock disabled person, etc. We get banned and called anti-black. The world is fucked up. Yeah, it is. I agree. That's what I'm talking about. These same people that are talking about diversity and inclusion are the same ones bullying other people into took a man over 40 pages to get claimed in, and that's a damn shame. It shouldn't take that. And that's what I'm attacking right there, especially in the gaming sphere. Don't sit up here and talk about diversity and inclusion in gaming when you are the exact opposite. You want to dismantle white supremacy, but you attacking every white man. That's not how that works. we're gonna dismantle whiteness, white privilege. Y'all make no sense. Like I said, it's open for discussion. I'm open for discussion. Y'all want to talk about it? More than welcome to. I just wanted to get that out. Like I said, once again, nothing's wrong with having diversity, changing things up. I'm all for it. But you don't need to force the change. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Because when you do, that's when you set yourself up for disaster. You kill your own franchise. And for any game developer out there, new game developer that's watching this, that happens to come across this video, take notes. Please, you see what's happening right now. Take notes. Take notes. Stand your ground. They can say, do whatever the fuck they want. You can do the same. If that's not what your game is about racism. If your game ain't about racism, or if it's about a commentary, as part of commentary racism, hey, let it be. Let it rock. We need these stories. We need these games. Plenty of games out there. We need to have more. There's plenty of games out there. And if you want it that bad, make your own. Tools are out there. A lot of open source tools. But you rather whine and complain and have somebody else do it for you. Why? Because you can't do it. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. You can't do it. Just say it. Just call a spade a spade. You can't do it. Just say you can't do it. If these people were honest, I would have no problem with it. Just be honest. Say you can't do it. You don't like what's going on. You don't like the fact that, men are enjoying, women being, if you're a woman seeing men, okay, you don't like having competition. Say that so we can call you stupid and move on. It is what it is. But don't sit up here and be disingenuous. That's what gets y'all. That's what gets y'all in trouble every time. Is y'all be disingenuous with this shit. Y'all sit up here and say the stupidest shit and claim that it's racism, or it's claims that it's sexism, it's claims that it's homophobia, transphobia, all of this shit, when it's clearly not the case. We just don't want to be force-fed the shit. And I guarantee you, if the shoe was on the other foot, you would cry foul. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong. I say it for the last time. Ain't nothing wrong with diversity and inclusion. Nothing wrong with it at all. But don't force it. Because the minute you do, set yourself up for ruin. Alright, y'all. That's gonna be it for me. If y'all guys want to add something, I'm gonna leave it open for a little bit. If y'all want to join, me, Discord, we can talk about it. If y'all want to talk about it, let me know. We can talk for a short bit of time. I don't want to keep this too long. It's already been an hour, almost. It's purely unintentional, but hey, gotta talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Got to talk my shit. Alright. Talk. Yes, sir. Disparity. Big ups to Disparity, by the way, on random. Hitting 300. This man hitting 300 subs on his YouTube channel. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Dark Riller doing his thing, man. I see y'all. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is stuff that needs to be said. It does. It needs to be said, and it's definitely something that right now it's sad that we can't talk about this shit, because it's sad that we can't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to where we get. Give me a second. I'm actually working on that right now. It's sad. It's sad that folks don't want to. I mean, nothing. Not really sad. Damn it. You know what? Really, we gonna fight. You do this shit all the fucking time, bro. Oh, you playing League of Legends? That's why. Nothing. I'm gonna shut up. No. Say it. Say it, damn it. Cause I know we've talked about this shit. Me, you, Disparity. We've talked about this shit, and Nancy too. We've talked about this shit pretty much damn near ad nauseum. That's some fucking crazy shit. Where is OmegaKatana at? Discord. Nick, thank you for the sub, my G. Did you ever get your channel fixed back up? There we go. What's going on, bro? Taji, where you been at, bro? You been all right? No, I'm just over these people. No, I don't blame you. I literally do not blame you, my G. Y'all send me a message here. I'm gonna copy this. You know, and I'm over it. Like, that's why I'm saying I'm over it, y'all. I call that out all the time, yeah. And honestly, these people, they don't want to fucking listen, but they rather sit up here. Well, because we don't have the numbers. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? No using the old one. Okay. All right. I think I just saw your message. Give me a second. I'm gonna hit you up after this because I've been just busy, bro. Running around and doing. Cool, bro. So you just gotta say, okay. Get your money, dog. Get your money, G. All right. We in here. What's up, Anansi, bro? How you doing, G? Can you hear me?
I'm doing good, brother. Right now I'm just playing around with another drawing software. You know me.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yeah, no. I also that new project as well. The Gamers Paradise is hitting. Liking it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good stuff.
In the work, and also congrats again on the 1 million views.
I appreciate
the
it.
work.
Appreciate it,
man.
But let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, just have to give the people their flowers while we're here.
Indeed. I appreciate that.
No, but I understand what you're coming from because people don't want to have the talk. Like, it's like when I was in the Eric July live stream the other day with Chuck Dixon, who's like a comic book OG.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's talking about how we want the diversity, we want the gay characters in over here and the trans and all these things. I'm like, hello, like, you know how these gay people like to say we're here, we're queer, get used to it. They've been there for over 40 years.
Yeah, actually longer than that.
Hey, you even corrected me, and I'll take that. Even longer than that.
Yeah.
But this proves my point even more. Every single time when we talk about diversity, the conversation's not going to happen because people won't allow it. Look what happened with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
They don't want to have the conversation. That special's homophobic. It's transphobic. It's no, it won't. No one. You know what the brother was doing? He was trying to highlight the point that he had a friend who was part of your community, and trigger warning, you X'd her off.
Yeah.
That's sad that our own people castrated her out of a community because she defended her friend. And then they told her, you can't be with it. So she loved that community that much. She was willing to do what she did. So it's wild. It's either you're not black enough, you're either not gay enough, you're not Latinx enough now, and all these tags,
which is still technically a slur, damn it, the way I see it. But the way I see it is
the each his own. I'm just speaking from the floor line. I'm just the coach trying to get my players, and you know what I mean.
I feel it. I know that's right.
So I'm just like, I just, for me, like, I grew up in like, I know not even for me and you, like, we grew up in like the arcade era. Like, you were gonna go and chat smack to someone in this, like in the arcade, you're gonna chat smack. Most of the friends you make are like probably white, Latin, black. Like, look at EMP. Most of them guys are like Asian and all. Asian, you got Justin Wong, you got NFCites from Dominican Republic, Latin brother, I think to be specific. You got the creator of it, you know, Triforce, who's a Jamaican brother.
Oh, yeah.
You got other white people in there. I forgot the guy off the top of my head. And you know,
I know what you're talking about.
All these people, right? But like you said to me a couple of months ago, they're just not black enough, or they're not Latin enough, or they're not gay enough, and it just shows to recall, like,
yeah,
let us through. If you're not gonna let us through, and if you say, oh, we don't want our own shiz, let's go and stick to our side, and we let you stick to yours. Because I'm like, at this end of the day, I'm over it, bro. I'm like you and learn disparity right now. I'm just like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Like, damn. That was the icing on the cake watching the Dave Chappelle special, and then I was like, something like that has to happen in the gaming community. And when that happens in the gaming community, I've been saying this for like a good year now, I'm gonna love it. I don't like watching this shit burn, but all these people say Black Twitch is not Black Twitch no more. Yeah, on Friends Up. I'm like, bitch, what you meant to get? What's gonna happen?
Right,
it's
because
like
you let these people in that don't want it or that don't enjoy the game, and that's, like I said, that's the biggest problem right now. Is you got people that don't game. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't game like that. And then they want to sit up here talking about da. These are the people that were literally 10 years ago picking on people like us for gaming. And now they see how popular it is. They want to whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying?
I had a homeboy that used to get beaten up because he played Pokemon. That shit was real. Yeah, but like, it's just like with Chris Rock, like before he was funny, he said this. He's like, you know, it's like someone said, I didn't get arrested today, and you'd be like, you're supposed not to get arrested. You're not supposed to go to jail. I'm just like, you want a cookie? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm taking care of my kids. That's something you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? It's even in gaming. Like, I just said, oh, well, I don't play I'm like, I have a reason why I can't play video games as that much, because I got motion sickness. I can't really play like I used to. That's why I'm all whack. I'm like, damn, I want to be nice again, but I just have to put it on to my young G, who even thinks like us. He's like, even he says some of these guys who said they play video games, they won't play video games. Even him, he goes like, you see them guys, they're the same sort of people that will use the same sort of technique, in like the same combos in the fighting game, and then they'll use it and the glitch until someone who's experienced and has dealt this in so many scenarios in not even that said video game, in different video games, will know how to counteract it. And even him saying that, he says like, these people will cry about, oh well, that's not fair. I'm like, it's fair because they've learned the game.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like what another brother said, and this is going to be my last point. I get a gun in Destiny, and the gun in Destiny is overpowered, and he's like, you know what? Make that gun, make it so it won't be overpowered again, right?
Right.
So you don't make that gun overpowered again. Someone's just gonna find another gun that's overpowered to shoot you, and then that's gonna be the new meta.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna have people are gonna keep moving from something OP to OP, you know, OP to regular. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, people are gonna keep doing that. Yeah, and I agree. Like that's like, even going into competitive, right? That's why balancing is so hard in general when it comes down to competitive. And I mean, like, we've all made, you know, complaints about things being broken, OP, whatever. From a competitive standpoint, it makes sense, but then like, it's hard like to balance that. You get what I'm saying? It's very hard to do that, because sometimes when you balance certain things, you got to take certain things away from, you know, other things. You gotta, you know, when you take something away, somebody else is gonna find something else broken. You know what I'm saying? Or even worse, you'll have people that will just move away from the game entirely because you know. Oh, this 13. Oh wow, that's weird. But I don't. But no, I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you coming through, giving your insight, man. That's definitely very good points, man. I definitely agree with that, man. It's just, we really, it needs to be said. Like I said, it definitely needs to be said. It's stuff that we need to talk about, and people need to get their heads just out of their asses. You understand? And that might sound mean to some people, but you know, hey, you know, sometimes life be like that sometimes, you know, but
hey, what's up, Dave Chappelle? Hey, I was like, what? Hey, stop crying, you whiny son of a bitches.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I was like, that's to the niggas.
Hey, you ain't wrong though. You ain't wrong. But hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, let me get a OmegaKatana in here. If he's still in here, I'm gonna get him in real quick. I appreciate you, Nancy, man. Hey, appreciate the support, man. Always means a lot.
All right, say less.
All right,
peace.
Later, bro. All right. If anybody else wants to get in, let me know. We're gonna do this for a little bit, and then like I said, we're gonna end it up here. There are folks that complained about Sagat and Street Fighter 4 being overpowered and Chun-Li being overpowered. Yeah, true. I mean, it's one thing to find out when they are indeed overpowered. That's the difference. When they are, right? It's good. It's one thing to make a complaint and it's valid. It's another thing when it's just baseless. And right now we got a lot of people making baseless things, making baseless statements. All right. Yeah. Mic check 1 2. OmegaKatana.
Can you hear me, anyone?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Hold on one second.
Okay.
There we go. All right, go ahead. What's up, Omega man? How you doing, bro?
I'm fine. I'm just chilling, just doom scrolling on Twitter. And speaking about that, you get some people, especially on Twitter, that says you're not black enough, you're not Asian enough, you're not this and that, all this gatekeeping BS. Like you got all these communities, and I thought we're over this, but it's a form of gatekeeping, by the way. And these are the same people that gatekeep.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, like I said, they're against gatekeeping though. Go figure.
Yep. Go figure, and how ironic.
Right, but yeah. So as far as the diversity, man, how you I know you kind of came in on the tail end of the conversation, I think. So I was talking about like how diversity in itself isn't a problem, right?
No, I love diversity and inclusion when it's done right. Right.
Exactly. No, you're good, and that's exactly my point. Is like I don't mind it when it's done right, or if it's eased in. The problem that we're seeing right now is it's forced and it's shoehorned
and it's fake.
Yeah, that fake. Okay, so expound on that. What do you mean by fake?
Fake might mean like it's forced. You see all these waist swaps. You see all these like forced like waist swaps or half-baked characters. Okay. That don't, you know, a high fantasy film that takes place in like Europe, like in the Middle Ages, where you barely see any black people.
Right.
And for some odd reason, you see a black woman or a black man just because of diversity quotas and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. And I always think to myself, as a black man and Hispanic, I'm thinking to myself like, what's that black guy doing in there? It's like it helps ruin the immersion. I don't mind if it's like modern London or so, which actually has diversity and inclusion. But we're talking about the high fantasy Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, old school Final Fantasy 1 through 5 type. But we don't. But it doesn't fit in because I know fantasy can be helping for everyone, but it helps. It gets me out of the immersion of it. Here's what's a good example of good diversity and inclusion: the King of Fighters 15. Okay. And I was shocked that SNK created a black woman that isn't a stereotype.
Right. Dolores, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was she's actually pretty good. Now, somebody, I think was it Black Sage that said something about she was better the next Mai or whatever. I'm like, nah, bro, that's definitely not that. She's definitely not the next Mai, but she's good, but she's not gonna replace Mai. She's not. I think it was just probably being facetious, but
yeah, she can't be Mai. That's the end of the story. Mai sells copies. Can't get rid of her.
Right. And but I will here's one thing I will say I would kind of disagree with you on. When it comes down to like race swaps, certain race swaps, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
However, when you're trying to pass it off as canon, this is where the nuance comes in, right? Because we've all done it at some point. Anybody that's done art has made a race swap as a form of oh, I want to see a different version of this character. I want to see a different version of, I want to see a black, I wonder what this character would look like if they were black, which is inherently nothing wrong. Once again, that's the biggest problem that I'm looking at, is that a lot of people are taking things that are not inherently wrong, but it's wrong when they start doing the shoehorning, they start and like 13 says, projection, you know what I'm saying? They start projecting that into other people and saying, oh, well, if you don't like this, you must be racist.
You're a racist.
Yeah, you must be and that's what I don't like. Like I said, we've all done it, and we've all done, like, I've done it, you know what I'm saying? You know, black version of Cammy, painted Cammy, brown skin black, see what she would look like as a black person. You know what I'm saying? We've done these things, and it's nothing wrong with it, because it's art. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's art. It's up to our interpretation. And unless it's, of course, it's, when you're talking to the main directors or the main people that made it and said, hey, this is what canon is. This is blah, blah, whoop-de-woo. Everything else is fan art. So, and that's the other thing. People that are doing this are passing fan art as canon, and that's the big problem. And they're not separating the two. The head canon, just because it's canon in your head, it doesn't mean that it's canon for real. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly.
I feel you, dude. I feel you. Yep. It's like, I said it many times, I love diversity and inclusion when it's done right. It's not half-baked, it's not like forced, it's not like, if you don't like this like race swap or this half-baked character, you're a racist, you're this and that, and they'll call you names over a disapproval of a character. People can improve characters in comic books, right? That's one thing about comics that I don't like. That's hard to follow a canon. There's these multiple versions of the characters by different writers or so, instead of an established canon. But that will be a different discussion for another day. Right. But it would have been a plus, but instead of being original and actually being on the drawing board and doing research on new characters, new interesting characters that spice up the story or the lore of an IP, especially in the West, not Japan. Yeah. But what I'm getting to, instead of doing that, they just take the half-baked way that's easy to make money, just here's a waist swap, that's the end of that. Here's the new person. That's the end of that. Right. And Miles Morales. Okay. I'm
just saying. I'm glad you said money. I'm gonna put a pin in that. You said make money, so I'll put a pin in the money part. I'm gonna come back to that. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Money. Okay. So when money, yes, put that in the pin. When that's how the businessmen make money, to have less effort to make more money. Remember when Miles Morales first came out and people were upset? Now people like them because they had different writers, like the Spider-Verse film and the Spider-Man PS4 game. Right. Developed and fleshed out his character into his own person. Right. Instead of like his first appearance, he's just like a black and Hispanic Peter Parker.
Right. Exactly. And so going back to the money thing, right? And I mentioned this before, and I don't know if you were here for that part, but I mentioned that a lot of these people, they're pandering as far as money wise, and they're thinking they're going to get more money. And I've said this before, and I feel like I'm saying this ad nauseum, but the people that they're pandering to money wise don't have a lot of money. They don't. And the people that they're pandering to, they don't have the funds like that. Let's just be real. They don't have the funds. They're not really, they're basically participating in the gig environment. And 13, thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it.
But my thing is, like, they really don't have the money like that. And if they did, why are they not putting the money into either the stuff they want to see or making their own? That is the biggest problem. And it's like, and that's why I kind of said at the end of the conversation, is that bottom line is that I feel like they can't.
Yeah, they can't, and because it costs effort.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like they can't. Whether it's they don't want to spend the money, they don't have money, they broke, or they're lazy, or a combination of all of the above. But it's something that people need to understand. Like, yes, it's cool to complain, or it's cool to make your complaints, make your grievances known to the masses if you can. But at some point, you're going to have to do something about it. Yep. At some point, put your money where your mouth is. And this is, we got a lot of people that ain't got no money basically talking shit about these companies and trying to, we need this, we need that. Where were you 5 years ago? What do you know about this character line? Well, are you gatekeeping me? I don't know about that character. I don't know about Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know why would I want to know where Sonic the Hedgehog came from in the Genesis version? Why would I need to know that? Because you don't know if you're and a lot of people and I just came up with the answer. When people ask that question, the best answer you can give them is because you don't know if they don't know if what they're changing. If they're changing something that's canon. Because what these people will do is say, for example, Sonic doesn't like rings. Sonic is allergic to, he's allergic to gold. Sonic gets golden rings all the fucking time. So how the fuck are you gonna change something that's pivotal to his thing? Well, Sonic doesn't the chili dogs thing is only really canon, technically was only canon in the cartoons. So I can see him changing his favorite food there. Okay, that's one can argue like, well, that's Sonic's favorite food. No, not really. That's actually, that's cartoon canon. That's different from video game canon, but beside the point. So that's arguable. But we're talking about stuff like things that people want to change, things that are fundamental to the character. Like you're taking a white character and making black. Why? I don't mind. I don't know. There's no good reason. Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's an alternative universe. But it's not an alternative universe. It's a reboot of the mainline universe, and he's and that one ginger is a black chick or a dude. Like seriously.
Yeah.
What's with changing gingers with black people? And what? I don't get it. What's what they hate with gingers?
I don't understand, and it's weird, but yeah, like I said, I just wanted to say that, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. It's definitely
yeah. Thanks for having me on. That's my point I want to give out today. Thanks for having me on, LG.
Not a problem.
You're a real G, my dude, and all you people there are real Gs too. So check out my content. As I got this guy to plug in.
Yes, go ahead. Plug away.
So anyways, thanks for having me on, LG. Give him a shout out, and don't forget, you guys, if you enjoyed what I said, please check out my gaming content, because I'm a gamer. I'm a retro gamer these days, but the reason why I'm not into modern gaming, because long story short, it sucks. So just go to my channel and go check out the Omega Dimension podcast. Till then, Omega signing off. Take care.
Later, bro. All right, Nick. I got you, dog. What up, Drew? How you do? Drew, I ain't heard from you in a minute, dog. It's been like forever. Forever, Drew. Where have you been, sir? You been serving up the drinks? You been serving up them lazy boys them drinks, huh? Nick, I got you, man. Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and go for a bit. Like I said, I was gonna keep this where we're at. Hour 18. Okay, cool. We'll keep it. All right, bro. Appreciate you coming through, man. You have a good night. Nick, yeah, let's hop in for a bit. We're gonna keep the conversation. I know I'm working a lot. Hey, man, keep up the good work, bro. On some real ass shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the good work, G. All right, this is gonna be the last one. Yo, can we check? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, can you? Let me see. Let me turn you up a slightly bit. Hold up. Check. All right, say something.
What's up?
All right, there we go. All right, cool. We got you. I got you.
It's your boy, Mr. Hub.
Mr. Hub.
Back at it again with some smooth talk.
Yes, sir. You about to fuck him up. Fuck him up.
Actually, there is one thing I wanted to say in regards to diversity, because you went ahead and tried making it a point. Oh, well, if a character was originally this thing and somebody changed them, what would the point be? Like, say, for instance, why they ended up black. Mm-hmm. Why even make that choice? I personally think that whenever it comes to a vision of an artist, because you know me, I got a lot of art friends, I write a lot.
Right, you do.
I go ahead and look at characters and I'm like, okay, what can I do with this character? How would this character fit in this world and whatnot? And a lot of people, whenever they see a character go from white to black, and they don't really know the reason why, and it's not really explained, I'm not exactly sure that's forced. That's actually not forced diversity.
Okay.
In my eyes.
Okay.
I believe that so long as they don't take notice of the diversity change, and the person or the character is being the character in terms of personality and spirit. Okay. Like if they fit the spirit of the character, I completely think it is 100% fine. Okay. Now, when it comes to video games, the subject is a little bit harder because the character has a established or iconic design. Dante from DMC is probably a good example of what the fuck. Oh, but here's the thing.
Let's not get started on it.
Here's the thing. A lot of people will actually agree that they only hate, like, the only main gripe they have with DMC on the Xbox 360 and the PS3 was that it wasn't Dante, you know, it wasn't the Capcom icon that we got to know and love. And a lot of things that the game did, it actually did pretty well, but people start throwing their issues whenever they actually acknowledge the fucking change. AKA whenever that Dante had a white wig on and then ripped it off and said not in a million years.
You're right. I remember that scene. That scene was hilarious.
So now DMC is now with, like, that game being hated because they acknowledge, for the most part, they did acknowledge the change, which I think if they didn't, it would have aged better or aged smoother more quickly, because I think the game did age well. It's just
what they
a
did
lot
that
of
scene.
people, that one scene kind of fucked it all up to have people accept it quicker. Because
get over it
now. And now they're just like, oh, well, here's Devil May Cry 5 DMC. It's an alternative universe. It's completely fine now.
Clean it up. Hurry up. Call the janitor. Clean it up. That's basically what they did. Call the janitor. Yeah. But it's the same thing with Battletoads. Like I made the, I don't know if you were there for that part. I said the same thing about Battletoads. Battletoads did that, the new one. And they completely fucked that shit up. They went from the old design, and they completely changed it to make it look like Nickelodeon. And then what makes it matters worse, I think there was a scene in there where they kind of covered it, and they kind of like made it seem like, oh well, you know, we're basically moving on, get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, a lot of people just want the old way this, old way that. And it's like, and it goes back into what I was saying earlier, that a lot of people, they hop into this stuff and they don't understand what makes it great. And I do I do agree with you on the point of as long as they keep the soul of the character, that's what I'm attacking, is the lack of soul, like the lack of spirit. And that's what they're doing, is they're taking the spirit out, what made the game what it was. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying, okay, look, we want to change it to make it fit modern audiences. You know what I'm saying? Right. And most people, to be fair, let's be honest, most people don't really give a shit either way. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, most consumers, they don't care unless it's completely blatantly fucked up. They don't care. They would enjoy it. And I agree that a lot of people, especially on the terms with Devil May Cry, a lot of people would accept DMC better if that scene wouldn't have came through. You know what I'm saying? When I saw that, I remember seeing that scene, and I'm like, at first I was kind of the person, I haven't really touched that in DMC because it wasn't Dante. You feel me? It wasn't the Dante. Because when I think Dante, I don't think him. Okay? And that's the other thing they start doing. They start giving people the same name, the same, you know, similar powers, but then it's a whatchamacallit, alternate universe bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, that deal makes sense, but then right now at this stage in life, from what I've seen, everybody's using it as a cop-out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Spider-Man is gay in an alternate universe. Superman is gay in an alternate this universe. This game, Sonic is gay in an alternate universe. Like, nigga, get your headcanon out this fucking shit. We don't give a fuck, okay? What you do in your private time is your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I think as much as a cop-out, the alternate universe line is like, this is an alternate universe. It's not the main canon, it's not the thing that really matters.
Right.
It's not what we want to make bank off of, but we will throw these side stories. Just saying.
Exactly.
But like, I don't think. I think when it comes to video games and comics, especially, is whenever they do these alternative timelines, at some point you run out of ideas. You run out of ideas, and you have to go ahead and find a new way to hit a fresh restart to encapsulate the spirit of the character, but change some things up. Make a certain audience happy, which I think is how entertainment in general is building up to. Is like, they say that we can't make everybody happy. Fuck it.
We're gonna try it anyway.
We're gonna try to make everybody happy by having different fucking universes. And you know what? With the whole multiverse out there, like,
you can pick.
A lot of people see these like different universes, different personalities, and all of this other shit. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, well, if it's popular enough, if it has a large enough fan base, every single universe will have its fans, I'm sure.
Of course.
Hell, a lot of some people like Damian Wayne from the Injustice fucking series for some reason. Right. No idea why, but like, but like, they're like, oh well, if it's popular enough, guess what? Multiverse collaboration time, baby. Into the Spider-Verse type shit. That's what I genuinely like about entertainment sometimes. I don't like whenever it's forced, because most of the time everybody wants to turn their brain off.
Right.
It's not worth thinking about, as long as they don't throw the changes in your face, as long as they make a good game, has good gameplay, has good story,
or it makes you
has
think.
A good villain.
It makes you think down the line. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I agree, and then also like, or if it generates discussion, because I think the reason why they're attacking entertainment so much is because it's easy way to have conversation, right? You can say, hey man, did you see this new game, bro? This new game, this and the third. Yo, I like this character, man. This character in this game because character A is dope, that blah 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 blah. Oh well, I like character B. Yeah. What? You like character B? Character B is the villain. Like, what the fuck wrong with you? Yeah. Like, but he has a good point, because this, that, and the third. And matter of fact, I heard about this theory, because the theory between character A and B. So what happens is, now you've created conversation. Now, we can talk about this.
And when it comes to like alternate universes or changing a different character to fit a specific timeline, like it's like creating a character, right?
Right.
You create a blank character in a video game,
right? And
you're like, oh, well,
template.
My character basically goes through similar battles, however, does a different fighting technique, has different skin color, and whatnot. It's like they're playing with the idea. Mm-hmm. Something I do enjoy bringing up, because I don't entirely hate Rob Zombie. It's his Halloween remakes.
Oh yeah.
Is that like, oh yeah, well, we have Michael Myers.
Yeah. We
have Michael Myers and Laurie Strode, but we want to make it in a Hellbilly format, which is an entire genre that fucking Rob Zombie is built on.
Right.
And I would say is probably the father of the Hellbilly genre, where it's just everybody's fucking mean-spirited. Everybody can be fuck all, like... And to see that kind of take and be like, oh, well, I could see why Michael would end up doing the things he fucking did.
Right.
Rather than being the fucking devil...
Right.
We're just gonna have him grow up in a very abusive home,
right,
and in a very fucked up town.
Yeah. which causes them to be that way, which causes them to be that version of that makes sense. And I that you're right, like that part, like that's but that's once again that goes into being able to be creative and to you know what I'm saying, and it's nothing's being really shoehorned in, so to speak. Like I said, the problem is when you start the lack of it and you start forcing it because we want to put a message out there that, you know, white supremacy is bad. Okay, to be honest with you, let's be fair, let's be completely realistic here. White folks know, you know, white folks ain't like that. We know this. Okay, white folks are actually, they know, especially the ones that really study history, they bending over backwards right now. You feel me? And it's like, bro, and you keep beating them over the head with this shit. Like it's like you keep shooting a dead horse. It's like, bro, the horse is dead, bro. It's done. History shown, it's happened. Okay, get over it, please. You know what I'm saying? And let's move past it. The only way we can, you know what I'm saying, okay, yeah, well, let's poke fun at it. Let's, you know, okay, yeah, we can make fun of it. The thing about jokes, like somebody mentioned Dave Chappelle earlier, you know what I'm saying? Anansi mentioned Dave Chappelle earlier. Okay, the thing with jokes, everybody is on the table. Everything's fair game. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same with gaming. They put jokes in there. Oh, that's a homophobic joke. No, it's a joke. Period. You know what I'm saying? And they're making fun of black people. So the fuck what? But we make fun of white people. It's okay.
A lot of people can't handle jokes nowadays. We both know this, but like, whenever it comes to those types of jokes, I want to turn towards, like, it's a small joke, but I guess it kind of fits somewhat in a niche. I don't know if you've ever seen Mighty Number 9.
Yes, I have.
Okay, do you remember the trailer for Mighty Number 9 where the narrator says, "Oh, we're gonna leave them crying like an anime weeb on prom night"?
I think okay.
A lot of people did not like that.
Wow.
I was sort of insulted, to be honest, but like, I knew, hey, it's a fucking joke. Marketing is fucking weird. They're trying to go over the majority. It's an indie project that was fucking
they ended up getting trashed. Yeah, they ended up getting trashed. It wasn't trash, but like the gameplay was kind of bad. Like it was. I remember getting stuck at this one part where. On a side note, there's this one spike, and you were supposed to dash under it, but like for whatever reason, like I would try to dash under it, but it wouldn't, like it would get me caught right in the middle. The dash wouldn't last long enough, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I put the game down. I just said, fuck it.
I mean, the game did end up getting like a 5 or some shit on Metacritic,
and rightfully so, because it was bad.
Which is so weird whenever you start thinking about Metacritic, because you're either taking this into consideration. Take this into consideration.
Right.
Because I don't feel like critics are actually, like, I do feel like some critics are rating it based off of diversity.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think critics don't get video games so much that they need it to be more like a movie. So, like, they're not rating these indie games. Like, whenever they rate these indie games, they're rating them in comparison to The Last of Us, the fucking God of Wars, the all that. Like,
the big wigs, which is very unfair.
Then these fun party games, these indie games and such, fucking hell, I'm pretty sure the only ones that don't get fucked over is fucking arcade fighters or just fighters in general. Because like it's such an iconic piece that the formula is so fucking easy to replicate. I mean, Smash Brothers,
it is, but it's not.
But Smash Brothers, it's like, but what's Smash Brothers, man? Like the first 2 games, they added like one thing in between the first game and Melee, and then they added random tripping and brawl, and they also added the final smash. And then on Ultimate, they kind of like took away the tripping, they polished it up. And here's something that I found really interesting when I did my research on Ultimate. Ultimate is literally just a port It is actually a port of Smash Brothers for Wii U.
Really?
Yeah, because the only reason why Sakurai is even working on Ultimate was because for so many years he was considering about quitting. It was always so mentally and physically exhausting, and it wasn't healthy for him.
Right.
But he was only willing to do Smash Brothers Ultimate because A, Bandai was coming back. They had the fucking experience to make the game. And B, they were actually porting for Wii U over to the Switch. And using basically the same models, the same smash attacks, the same stages. Hell, they even ported over stages from Brawl in 64 and just polished them. That's it. That's all they did.
Wow.
So
interesting.
Like,
it's
so weird that one of the most successful fighting games of all time, being Smash Ultimate, is literally one of the laziest
ports. Yeah, wow.
It's one of the laziest games anybody's ever made, which goes to show laziness isn't really too much of a factor unless whenever it matters.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in the case of, like I said, in the case of Ultimate though, like I said, once again, nuance. In the case of Ultimate, you got how many fucking characters? You got like that
shit. I unlocked all the fucking Smash Ultimate characters in a day and a half.
Oh,
yeah,
speaking
I
of
fucking
which,
on that shit.
Speaking of which, I was looking at that. I probably have to talk to you about that emulator because I was gonna try to see if I can get Metroid Dread.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I got the hook up on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna end that here. We're gonna get onto that. That's a little bit later. Yeah. I definitely want to hit you up a little bit later. I gotta wind down here, but let me finish up. I'm gonna finish up the comments. Appreciate you, Nick. Hey, I appreciate you being patient with me, man. I know I've been everywhere. Nick.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's just later on, I wanted to talk to you about like a very serious and morbid matter. To be honest, it's like, I don't know. A lot of people have been ignoring me recently.
Bro, look, trust me. Look, I've been feeling the same way. And the crazy thing is, it's been a whole lot of other bullshit. And like I said, that plus other stuff, personal stuff that's happened on top of that. And then, like it's not, I'll put it like this for you. It's not you. I'm going to tell you that. All right. I'll leave you that. Nick, appreciate you though.
I know it's not me. Yeah,
I appreciate you, G.
Man, I'll talk to you later, man. We'll fucking cuddle. Maybe do some other
under
shit.
The moonlight.
Under the moon. I'll tell you what. I'll fucking bring the moon down with a rope. I'll do it, man. Just for you.
Hey, I appreciate it, dog.
Mr. Hub for a reason, dog. That's the move.
I set the boot. All right, then set it up. Then set it up. Not playing.
All right,
all right, bro. Later, man.
All right.
But yeah, thank y'all so much for coming through. I'm gonna wrap it up here. But Little Fox, yeah, you're right. Because when I think about it, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was exactly that. It was definitely reused assets, but with some things added in between. But the game worked so well to the point where it's a classic. You can't deny it. And I always find it hypocritical when the left makes jokes about white people or anyone else they don't like, and it's okay, but the second someone makes that kind of gay joke, they immediately go nuts. And that's where I tell them, I said they can kiss my ass, because I'm gonna make my jokes. You don't like it? I don't care. Don't care. Do what I want. But thank y'all so much for coming through, man. Y'all been liking this up. Yo, please share this around. What I'm going to do a little bit later is I am going to, once this gets up, I am going to time code this for y'all. Okay, I'm gonna be time coding this. So if you guys, I'm gonna be, the main section of what I was talking about, and then the people that came in and wanted to talk, I'm gonna section that off. So that way, when people come in and watch the video, you guys can listen and have a good time and understand where I'm coming from. Okay. Once again, for the last time, diversity is not bad. It's not wrong. It's when you force it. That's the issue. All right. Stop forcing shit. Don't force it. If you gotta force it, it ain't good. Okay. Don't be making people out here doing stuff they don't want to do, okay? It's got to be consensual. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all be sure to follow me on all my social media. You guys see it right here. All my social media right there. Right there. Follow it. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me. If you disagree with me, you don't understand where I'm coming from, feel free to talk to me. Leave a comment below. You don't agree, you don't like it, whatever. Let's talk. Let's get it going. All right. And I will do my best to reply back to you guys. But thank you guys so much once again, and I'll be catching you guys on the next time. Peace and God bless.
Let's fucking go. You know this video's been paid for by
the Dynasty